Just want to be straight up with you guys today. This morning I was kind of tidying up the message, but I needed to back up. I need to confess something to you guys. I do this message, 2.5 years doing this. I know we haven't been online for more than, 3 or 4 months, but it was so interesting. Sometimes I don't always get it right or practice what I preach or whatever it is. But the last 2 weeks, man, I found myself on a little pity pot. This is no joke. I saw it today, right here. I was about 5-6 days ago. I was writing the poor me thing. Oh, poor me. Somebody's not doing this right, or they're not. I'm just putting my issues on everybody, right? And or financially, or this guy in the mall. It wasn't like that. I'm just exaggerating. He wasn't nice to me, or it's just some weird stuff. It's right here. You can see what a messed up dude's talking today, right? I figured oh, the Lord is good. The Lord is good. He got me over that one. And the big problem was I'm thinking about me all damn day. That was the problem on that time. But good thing we have a great God who will forgive me for being an idiot that day, right? Anyways, I want to kind of get into today. I got 3 little stories, and you guys that are new, I kind of do 3 things, and I kind of tie it together. It's a very basketball thing. We always have 3 ways to move the ball and different counters and stuff. That makes me sound important. But I'll give you three things here. Yeah, I get some courtesy laughs on the video too. Yeah, I want to talk about. I'm busting, and I tell stories about me because I know me pretty well. Look, most of the time I listen to Spurgeon and all this stuff, and I'm not trying to virtue signal. I'm just trying to learn a lot, right? And I listen to all kinds of stuff on YouTube and different services because I want to learn stuff. Not everything it resonates, or maybe I'm not spiritually mature enough at sometimes to understand what the heck they're talking about. But I want to do a good job, and I want to do a good job out in the community. That's kind of where the Lord has me at this time in my life. And he has you guys in different places too. You got prison ministry. You got other guys who are just working out their home life. Some of you guys just looking in the mirror and you're working with the God, working out your salvation. It's all cool. So I'm driving home and I'm listening to, I don't know if you guys, some of you political monsters in here, even the left-wing kooks in here, they they got me turned on to that little Steve Turley talk. And I listen to this, he's interviewing some dude. Hopefully I get it right. If I screw it up, hope he doesn't sue me online. But anyways, a guy's talking, and he's talking about how he's a big Silicon Valley, a VC guy, and he's doing all this stuff. And I'm from Silicon Valley, so I connected. And he was talking about how he needed a course adjustment or a life adjustment or a pivot, and he really knew he wasn't in line with what the Lord, he kind of loved God, a little bit religious. For Silicon Valley, it would be a lot of religious. But anyways, he said, I want to learn something. So he went to Proverbs. Oh, it's interesting. The guy from Silicon Valley usually goes to the pub or chasing skirt or dope or flying to Hawaii, and bad things happen there. But this guy started reading Proverbs, right? And it really convicted him, and it was the call to action that got him. He said, it was one thing just being kind of a semi-rich guy with lots of property and all this stuff, but I was just not right. And the call to action was Proverbs about seeking wisdom. That was his call, okay? And the next one I kind of tied into, and I hope you guys didn't lose any money in this thing, and I don't want anybody watching this, I don't want to hit an issue, all right? Just what it is what it is. But you guys know this Sam Bankman-Fried situation right now, with the whole currency or whatever, not Bitcoin, what do they call that? Crypto, all that crypto stuff going on. It's just worth, billions and billions of dollars that all the VCs, I guess Sequoia was throwing money at it, Tiger, SoftBank. I mean, just some big, big stuff going on. It's worth, 28 billion or something. I don't know how the number's right. But, and then, 7 weeks later, it's bankrupt. And you're thinking, whoa. And I'm not trying to get on that dude, the CEO. I don't know all the facts at anything, and it's not about that. But it's about, I was listening to another video about that, and the guy was saying, how do these big smart dudes put so much money into something like that that's, kind of unstable, didn't do their research? He goes, no, it's not about that. It's about that. It wasn't about that. He goes, the organization did a good job setting the stage where people felt they weren't going to miss out. They were going to miss out if they didn't put money in this thing. It was like the next Microsoft or something, and people don't want to miss out, right? So they're throwing money at this without doing their due diligence, and the organization, I guess, the CEO set up. That's kind of the environment he set up. Well, hey, you don't want to miss out. This is the big, the big next thing. So it got me kind of thinking about today, and I'm going to give you guys a Bible verse, and you guys that watch it online, I don't always do this, but in Proverbs, I'm going to hit it up today, and some of you guys have brought a Bible, great. And you guys here that don't love God, or even atheists in the room, yeah, whatever, man. You get free donuts and candy, so I'm glad you're here. All right, here we go. Chapter 2, Proverbs, it says about wisdom. And it talked about, my son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee. The commandments. What is the commandments? The commandments really is the Bible. It's the Bible. And you fast forward and it says, you want to seek wisdom as her as silver. And then it talks about, then you shall understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom. The Lord giveth wisdom. And I want to tie into that a little bit today. Today's message might be a little shorter, but as we go to the nearest resolution, and you guys have different resolutions, right? You can go, you go up the lake in a couple of days, everybody will be walking with their dog, or you go to the gym membership, right? It's usually to get physically fit, right? But I was thinking about this group today, and a good handful of you guys, like I said, you do a great job of this. So, and some of you guys, like I mentioned, you're mentors of mine. But you understand about heading out this coming year about how important is God's wisdom and help you navigate your life. It's so important. And the first thing I want to talk about that a little bit, where as we read the Bible, the whole message, and you ministers in here, like I said, don't send me a nasty text. I know there's different messages in the Word, but there's a call to action in the Bible. It's interesting. I was reading that a little bit. It says, work out your salvation. Seek me with all your heart, meaning God. Okay? Come to me, my children. Right? The Bible, in God's great love and kindness, He calls us to action. Now, I want to back up a little bit about this because, we never want to lose the fundamental of this message. And I know some of you guys here, I always say this because I know it's been a rough year or two. Even guys here that know God. It's been a rough year or two. But I know there's some guys watching this, or, the 100 dudes that come around once in a while. Not at one time or whatever, but I know they're in some tough stuff. But the first thing is that God does love you. He loves you very, very much. And you can go to Him. No matter what the church might have told you, you got to go through confession, or you got to go get baptized, or you got to go walk an aisle, or say the sinner's prayer, all that other stuff. Yeah, whatever. They're doing their best. But the deal is, like the prodigal son, we're done playing up. We're just sitting in the mud with the pigs, and there's our Father waiting for us, and we want to return to our Father because He loves us. And the Bible tells us He'll put a robe on, He'll hug us, He'll throw a party for us, and even the angels in heaven will be rejoicing and return to our fathers. So you guys that are in here or watching this online and don't know Him yet, go ask to know Him. He's right there, and He loves you, and He wants to know you. And some of you guys have been coming around for 2.5 years, and life's going pretty well outward. You go on vacations because you're addicted. You go every week. You go to restaurants every damn day because you can afford it. You're not chasing chicks anymore because, you're just kind of over that deal. Well, most of you are. I mean, some of the cats back there, they're not. They're still flying around trying to get in someone's skirt. At 65, that's pretty depressing, right? But that's their addiction, or restaurants, or entertainment, or recreation. And you guys got money, so, it comes with problems. But that ain't where the action is. And you're coming around here and God stirs you a little bit where I want you to know the Lord. I want you to know the great love of God. And because He loves you. And we can go to Him and don't wait. Go to Him tonight. He's right there. And He loves you very, very much. That's the main message of today. Now, the next message is this. It's a little bit of a call to action, as we talked about at the beginning. The guy was listening on the radio from Silicon Valley, and then, that whole finance thing that kind of went wrong. And they had a call to action. Here's my call to action. Here's my call to action. I hope this gets on the video, is that You know, we set up this Saturday breakfast in this group right here. We're supposed to see a Saturday breakfast the first Saturday of every month. It's just been on my heart. Is that for younger dudes? You know, most of us cats are over 50 in this room, right? But we set up the Saturdays for guys, you know, between 18 and 40 to come to meet you guys so we can help them in any practical way. And also, if it lends it so, we can remind them of how much their Father in heaven loves them. Now, just to backtrack on that, because I've been messing around with some college stuff, and most of you guys I've talked to here, you know, that were just wayward in college, as most of us were. There was a few of you cats that had it together in college, but most of us weren't. You know, we're either on the dope table, getting high, chasing skirt, cheating on exams, going out drinking too much. So fundamentally, we weren't right. And then we get married and we don't know what we're doing, you know, with that same mindset. We think everything's going to happen right. And we're messed up, and our wives do the best they can, and we're throwing our issues on them, and we know it's us. We know we're lost as hell. It's not them, it's us. But Proverbs tells us, young men, we can get the wisdom of young men. It's going to change their lives, just like we know what it changed our lives, because we know we wish we would have known the love of Jesus Christ earlier. We wish we would have known him in our college years. Well, I'm thinking right now, and especially you cats, you guys got plenty of time and plenty of resources. We got free breakfast for college kids, Vanderbilt, trade school, Columbia State University. I don't care where they are. To come here and meet a bunch of dudes, lost as hell, most of us, but we know of the love of Jesus Christ. And they can hear about the love of Jesus Christ at 18, 19, 20, 25 years old. And they can meet you guys. And it's just been in my heart, that needs to be the other call of action. Saturday mornings, let's just plant as many seeds as we can to get the younger generations, because the Bible tells us in Proverbs about if we can get the younger guys to understand wisdom and know the love of God, it's going to change their lives, their families' lives, and future generations and generations. And just like most of us, you know, that's our big burden for us. We come to the Lord later in life, is we oh man, I wish I'd have done that different, or I wish I'd have done, oh, I shouldn't have screwed that person over, oh man, you know. And we can help these young people and guide them toward the love of Christ. You know, I want to say this too before I end. It's like, you know, you go to Stanford or Cal or even Vandy or the Ivy League colleges, and you're thinking, these kids, you think they got everything. Everything. And then you figure out the suicide rate at those universities is so high, and the depression rate is so high. They're just lost. They're just kids with resources, and they're good in the academia environment, even their professors. And you cats in this room are watching this video as we go out today. There's two things. We need to go get saved. If you don't know the Lord, go tonight. I always talk about February 1st. That's going to be the thing I talk about. And the guys that come around here, all these dudes that are coming around this coming year, most of them, they don't know the Lord, fellas. Just like some of you cats sitting here nodding at me, getting all teared up every week. I know you don't know the Lord yet, but I ain't stirring you up. That's the Lord. Go. Go direct. Don't go to your priest. Don't go to your pastor. Don't go to your minister. Don't go to your Bible study leader. You go direct to the Maker. He will hear your prayer, and He will save you, and He will bring you right to Him because you're His child. And the other cats in here, let's be intentional. It's a call to action from Steve-O, because I'm going to be doing it. Anybody 18 or over, college bound, working part-time, online classes, trade school, let's make an emphasis. Get them here for free food on Saturdays. All right? Let's just do that. Well, like I said, as we go to our resolutions today, the number one thing is we want people to know the love of Jesus Christ. And you guys have been coming around a long time here. I want you to know how much the Lord does love you. And let's be real intentional today with our brothers in Westhaven, that they can come around to the donut group, Church of Donuts, whatever you guys call it, you know, home of the heathens. I don't care what you call it. But they come around here and they can hear about the great love of the Lord and how they can be forgiven. And we can let other guys know, whether they're young or old, they can come here, just have some free donuts. They can hear about the love of Christ. They can get some business relations, whatever it is, it is. I know I'm kind of setting the resolutions for some of you guys, and I know some of you guys are doing a great job. Last thing, I'm going to hit it a triple time. Point of emphasis here. Some of you have a hard time. I know that because I did too before I knew the Lord. Even when I'm young in my walk, the Lord will forgive you. I want you to know that. Whatever you've done, He will forgive you. He tells us in His words, "Come to me, my child, and I will give you peace." You guys have a great, great weekend. And we're going to pack this thing in 2023. God bless.